So, Divine Goddess, I worship you. I love you. I do not take you for granted. I appreciate every faculty that you have, like your soul, the feminine soul of a girl, their emotions, their everything about them, what makes them them. That's what I appreciate. So, and then it boils down to how good they look or how good they feel. See, there's so many degrees of that too. And depending on the person, usually if they look really good, they do feel really good. So you can tell. And based on their vibration, of a really hot girl, you could just tell by how you would feel around them too, as well. So, like, what I'm trying to say is that the universe is complex, but yet it's not so complex. There's like common sense in all of this through the field of like what we do and the corresponding consciousness of the field. Like everybody's different, so everybody you communicate with is going to have a little different energy, a little different consciousness. So this is the field of like sort of expanding in the universe, like the growth of like humanity as a whole, as to reach out and meet as much as people as possible, talk with them, give them the time of day. Like I give people the time of day and I walk around with them, these girls, and have a good time in Wausau. I was in, and I had a really good time. But not a lot of people have the time of day to do all this or know me as much or to get the time to know me. But I would get to the sort of faculty and the state of that everything would be possible, that our dreams, our goals, everything in this universe would be possible if we would just open up to the fact that we would have this gift, our talents. We open up to the other. Their talents show to the other. We grow the strong parts of ourselves and everything, the key faculties of the soul. And it grows in union with the whole faculty, like the giant tree of life. And what I'm trying to say is that these are faculties of intelligence that we all are, that basically go in correlation with the process of life. So what I'm trying to say is that this process we can go about in so many ways. So the ways of the process of life is a correspondence with the intelligence of understanding the other person on a certain level. There's many different levels to understanding, right? As long as you understand on a certain level, you have a certain connection with the energy and the comprehension of what they're talking about, then everything will correspond perfectly. So I got to find better keywords to respond with. There is yep, okay, yep, oh, I don't know what you mean. All this other kind of slang talk to respond to a conversation. And sometimes I'm all ears, when I listen to a conversation. So they have a lot to say. I want to say my part of it too on my corresponding side of the field. But sometimes, depending on who you're around, they would want to stick to what they're doing on their side of the field to keep on the conversation going of whatever they're talking about. So, yeah, I respond to that and understand as the conversation's going, ever what's happening. But what I'm trying to say is that to have my side of the picture to tell or have an opinion of something, like when I was talking to the birds and I told her about the birds, like I whistled to the birds going, and then they whistled back, and I literally whistled like, hear the birds whistling back? But guess what? Literally, I had birds on the telephone wire, and they would only whistle when I whistled, and they'd whistle right after. So they're whistling back to me while I was with this other girl. That was pretty cool, and that's like I needed somebody. Like I was lonely, you know what I mean? So to have this, corresponding people in my life when I go to Wausau, that makes a lot of a difference. So what I'm trying to say is that this is a key ingredient to the nature of life and everything, to the universe. We just got to correspond the pattern. Like this is the Garden of Eden. And the pattern of life would say, suggest, like, how in tribes, you're tribal. Like everybody knows each other. Everybody communicates. Everybody has their key ingredient. Everybody knows you. Everybody knows them. Everybody, and everybody has what they do and who they hang around and their own tribe. Like it's their tribe. You know what I mean? So that's exactly what I'm trying to talk about. Like life is like that in the real world. The real world, but we don't have time in the real world anymore because of jobs in the way of a lot. And if there's a Hobbit Home Society, we would only have a little bit of time to work and a lot of time to do what we want. And this is only for our own food source, and then everything else would come later. But this is what I'm trying to talk about. So our needs come first. And then after that, we get the time to do what we want. And then after that, we can develop higher technology and do different things to integrate for our benefit of the society and stuff like this. But oh yeah, it's getting pretty close. So Neo worships divine goddess girls. I hope you're doing good. Like I pray every day, and like I'm so glad I made it to Wausau because like I can open up my soul and my heart to these girls, and hopefully they'll do the same for me. You know what I mean? And they have been, and that's been good. Like I appreciate the attention that I get from these girls, and even if they're not in a loving relationship with me, they're still friends, and I still hang out with girls, so I'm not lonely, and everything's good. But like when I'm in Merrill, I hardly know anybody, so I am lonely in Merrill. So when I'm in Wausau, it's a little different story. So I have to talk to Kylie about being in Wausau again. She took my privileges away, but now I'm gonna have to prove back to her that I can do it. So anyway, girls, I love you. Neil worships divine goddess. Girls, I hope you're doing okay, and everything is gonna be the best for you. I feel it because this is the universe, and the universe is gonna bless you, girls, because like everything that you like and want and have, like your clothes and stuff. Like I would like to buy you like yoga pants, leather yoga pants, like half leather, half yoga pants, and it'd be stretchy for you, and it'd look so hot on you. But anyway, besides that point, I gotta end the podcast video. So, all right, yeah, all right. Have a good day, girls. All right, bye.